The Taliban are known for imposing strict rules on society, especially targeting women. Recently, they've introduced a controversial new rule banning women from speaking in public. This comes in addition to their well-known policy of restricting girls' education, raising global concern about women's rights under their rule. The Taliban claim that these decisions are based on their interpretation of Islamic law. But do these restrictions align with Islamic teachings? Islam encourages the pursuit of knowledge for both men and women. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim, and this applies equally to all Muslims, regardless of gender." Islamic history is filled with examples of women who were scholars, teachers, and leaders. Aisha, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad, was a leading figure in Islamic jurisprudence, actively speaking and teaching in public forums. Despite Islam's emphasis on education and public participation, the Taliban continue to impose restrictive rules on women. Recently, they added another rule banning women from speaking in public. This is in line with their strict interpretation of Islamic law, but is it really supported by the teachings of Islam? Many Islamic scholars and leaders reject the Taliban's interpretation, emphasizing that there is no foundation in Islamic scripture that supports such bans. In fact, women throughout Islamic history have been key voices in public life, contributing to society in a variety of roles. Across the Muslim world, women are not only allowed but encouraged to pursue education, careers, and public speaking. In countries like Turkey, Indonesia, and Egypt, women are leaders, activists, and scholars who make significant contributions to their communities. The Taliban's bans on women's public speech and education are viewed by many as a misrepresentation of Islamic principles. Islam advocates for the active participation of women in society, in both education and public life. The Taliban's policies are influenced by a combination of religious, cultural, and political factors unique to Afghanistan. While they claim to be enforcing Islamic law, many scholars argue that their views are shaped more by tribal traditions than by the true teachings of Islam. So, while the Taliban continue to impose restrictions on women's education and their ability to speak in public, these actions do not align with the broader principles of Islam. Around the world, Muslims emphasize that Islam supports the rights of women to learn, speak, and contribute to society. So, finally, it's clear that the Taliban are not the true representatives of Islam. Islam encourages and allows women to study, seek education, and work, as it values knowledge for both men and women. However, the Taliban have banned girls from attending school and university, and they have even imposed rules that prevent women from speaking in public. These restrictions are not in line with the core teachings of Islam, which emphasize the dignity, rights, and empowerment of women.
صدای استقلال د زندگی په محبت ده خوشحال افغان ملت ده خوشحال افغان ملت
میذاره با خدا دختره خنده نشید دختره خنده نشید
Do you think they are Muslims?